Hey, I'm Nate Savage, and in this guitar lesson, we're going to go over how major chords are made. Once you have this down, it's going to be easier for you to build your own chords, understand how major chords function in major keys, and also just understand how keys work in general. Now, if you don't have your major scale down and understand how that's built, it's really important that you do that before digging into this lesson. So if you need to, you can go back to guitarlessons.com and check out some of the more fundamental music theory lessons there. There are two basic methods for building major chords. The first one is the major scale method, and the second one is the stacking thirds method. We'll go over both in this lesson. The first method for building major chords that we're going to look at is the major scale method. And if you know your major scales already, this is going to be really easy for you. The major scale method says that you just take the first, third, and fifth note of any major scale to create that major scale's corresponding major chord. Let's take a look at an example for this. If you wanted to create a G major chord, all you would have to do is take a G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp. That's 7 notes, right? All you would have to do is take the first, third, and fifth notes out of that scale to create a G major chord, and those notes would be G, B, and D. That's not too hard, right? Just remember 1, 3, and 5 of any major scale to create a major chord. Now, of course, you're going to have to start memorizing your major scales in order to do this. You can also pull up a reference chart for your major scales to start building your major chords if you want to. But what's going to happen is the more you do this, the better and better you're going to get at it, and the better you're going to get at rattling off just, the notes in a G major chord just right off the top of your head. So GBD would be a G major chord. Let's take a look at a couple more major chords just so you can get this down. Let's look at a D major chord. To do that, we're going to pull up the D major scale, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and C sharp. Just take the 1, 3, and 5 out of that scale, D, F sharp, and A, to come up with the notes in your D major chord. So whenever you're playing like an open D major chord, you're just playing D's, F sharps, and A's. Let's go ahead and do another chord. Let's do an F major chord. An F major scale is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E. Just take the 1, 3, and 5 straight out of that major scale, and you would have F, A, C to build your F major chord. Let's move on to the second method for building major chords, and that's the stacking thirds method. In order to do this, you're going to need to be familiar with half steps and whole steps, just in general. Now, the stacking thirds method says this. You need to have a major third and then stack a minor third on top of that major third to create a major chord. Now, if you don't know what a major third is, all a major third is 4 half steps, or it would be 4 frets on the guitar, right? So if you start on this G, go up 4 half steps from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That note is a B, so that is our major third. From a G to a B. Now, the stacking thirds formula says now we have to stack a minor third on top of that major third. And all a minor third is 3 frets, or 3 half steps. So you could start on this B note. That's the third of our chord, and go up 3 half steps from there. So 1, 2, 3. That note is a D, and that gives us the 5th of our major chord, our G major chord. So we have G, from G to B is a major third, and then from B to D is a minor third. So that gives us G, B, D. Same exact results we got when using the scale method, but it's just a little bit different way to think about it. Let's do another chord to help you get the hang of this. Let's go ahead and make a D major chord using the stacking thirds method. Go to your open D and just count up 4 half steps, right? That gives us an F sharp, or our major third. And from that F sharp, we need a minor third, so we can go up 3 half steps to an A. So we have D, the third is an F sharp, and then the A is the 5th. Let's go over an F chord using this method as well. Go down here to an F note on the first fret of the low E string. And again, count up 4 half steps to an A. for your major third, and then count up 3 half steps to a C for your minor third. So F, A, C. That's it for this lesson on building major chords. Now, if anything was unclear or confusing for you throughout this lesson, that's okay. Go back and watch this video as many times as you need to. Music theory kind of has a way of being a little bit out of focus at first, and the more times you go through it, the more times it sharpens and focuses up. What you're also going to want to do is go through and pick one chord or one key each day, or each week, and just focus on really drilling that key until you get to where you can say, hey, I know how to spell an F major chord. It's F-A-C. If you like this lesson and want to see more like it, just like the video, leave a comment below, or visit guitarlessons.com for a lot more music theory lessons like this one. I'll see ya.